Hi guys, let's talk about regions between curves today. So, when we are talking about regions between curves, we usually mean find the area between two curves from one endpoint A to another endpoint B. And usually f of x would be the above function and g of x would be the bottom function. So, let's have a look at an example. So, for example, if we are given two functions y equals 2x and y equals x squared plus 1. Number one step, draw these functions out. So 2x and x squared plus 1. Okay, as you notice, hi guys, let's talk about regions between curves today. So when we are talking about regions between curves, we are talking about the area between those two curves. So how do we find that? We find that by finding the integral from a to b of f of x, which is going to be usually the top function, minus g of x, which is going to be the bottom function. So let's have a look at a problem. For example, if we are given y equals 2x and y equals x squared plus 1. Number one step, draw it out. Okay, so let's draw y equals 2x. So as we know, y equals 2x is going to be a slant linear line. Now if we talk about y equals x squared plus 1, that's going to be quadratic, right? So, and it's going to be the quadratic function, and it's going to be moved up 1. So what it's going to do, it's going to touch the linear function. And what the question is trying to make us find is this area over here, shaded area, the area of that tiny area over there. So we're going to start from 0, but we got to find that point. So how are we going to find that point? We're going to do we equal both the y equals function. So we're going to do 2x equals x squared plus 1, subtract 2x both sides. That's going to give us negative 2x plus x squared plus 1 equals 0. So generally, that's going to give us x squared minus 2x plus 1 equals 0. And if we solve the quadratic, that's going to give us x minus 1 and x minus 1. Now if we solve for x, set it to 0, that's going to give us 1. There we go. We found out that, oopsies, let me found out that x equals 1. So we figured out this point is going to be 1 where it meets. So now that we have figured that out, we can find the integral from 0 to that endpoint that we just figured out. 0 to 1, okay, f of x, remember it was f of x minus g of x. F of x is going to be the top function. So what was it again? So 0 to 1, the top function we figured out was x squared plus 1. Bottom function was 2x. We're going to write that down. Minus 2x. That's going to equal the integral of 0 to 1. Now, if we find the integral of x squared by power rule, that's going to be x squared over 3. Integral of 1 is going to be x. No, I forgot. Make sure we have that dx over there. That's important because we know what we are taking that with reference to. So 2x squared over 2. Now since we found, you could erase this and put from 0 to 1. Cross out those 2's. Now if we solve for the integral, that's going to be 1 over 3 plus 1 minus 1 minus 0 plus 0, and that's just going to be 0. So our final answer is 1/3. You could also put in u squared since we're talking about area. Remember, area is measured in units square. Or you just put 1/3. Alrighty. Thank you. I hope you had an informative session. If you had any questions, please list down in comments. Thank you.